Where you at? Right over here? Hey, do me a favor. I'm doing 6 foot, so I'm just gonna place it probably like right there where that shadow is. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, just in case. 70,000 is a big death toll. That's the last time that I heard anything. It was about that is enough to get my attention, and 1 million cases is enough for me to do it. Voila. God bless, and you have a good night. One minute. 1 million cases. Is a good enough reason? Let me something. A woman will never grow up if she's not willing to leave a religious organization to be with her husband. There are hundreds and hundreds of couples that have come and gone from a church. They go into the church and they leave together as grown adults. It doesn't matter if they listen to Mercy Me or Metallica. It doesn't matter. Remember, Paul said, I am the chief of sinners. When he realized that, then he could preach, right? Because he was the chief of sinners. He knew sin. Sin was there. And when they left together, either listening to Mercy Me or Metallica, right? Because Adam and Eve left the garden together. Grown adults. Put it all behind them. They take their children to the Father's door. They knock on the door and they leave it all behind them. And they face it. They sink or swim together. That's grown. Hanging out with your old church buddies is the same thing as me hanging out with old theater buddies. The same thing. That church is an organization. The theater's an organization. I don't have any problem with either or. Visitation's fine. Go back and forth. Hey friends, how you doing? But you are not a grown woman or grown man. If you're willing to put any kind of organization over your marriage, everything in this world is going to try to put a wedge in your marriage. Everything is going to. And if you can't leave it all behind and run off with your Adam or your Eve, because you will be kicked out of paradise. Everybody is. Everybody's kicked out of paradise today. There's not a single church out there that's right. But what's first? God. What do they teach in the military? Well, they teach the platoon is first. That's because if they don't have the platoons back, then someone can die. But God's always first no matter what they teach. But what do they teach in the church? That God is first. Then family, then church, right? God first, then family, then church. And they want to be it that way. They don't want to say put us before your family, because that would be a cult. So you put God first, then you put family, then you put the church, right? And his duties. But if you cannot get that in order, you are not grown, you are a child drinking milk. If you want, and he offered another type of meat. Something stronger than milk, right? Something stronger than this world. Something that people can't always see. But you have to first put God, then family, and then church. That's a grown woman. That's a grown man.